Oh man. Yo, what's up? I just wanted to do this quick video. I'm not putting too much lighting on right now. I got a little headache. Or shit, Ironheart was trash. Ironheart is dookie. And people are being racist about people who don't like it. Well, people are being racist towards people who don't like it. Let me rephrase that. And it sucks because some people just have genuine takes on why they don't like it, and they'll come out of nowhere. And because I'm Spanish and I'm Puerto Rican and Belizean, people see my name on Facebook, it's Vincent Martinez, and they're automatically going, oh, I hope ICE kicks in your door, and I can't wait till ICE deports you. Like, what the fuck? All because I have a take on something? Like, and it's mainly black people, unfortunately, you know? They see something they like, fine, whatever. But when people come in and say, hey, I don't really like the show because X, Y, and Z, because they made a comic book hero who nobody really liked this comic book to begin with. And there are plenty of reasons why, and I will go into all of them today. But yeah, as I'm doing this, they just released, I guess, new episodes, and they have Mephisto. And who's playing Mephisto is Borat. I mean, don't get me wrong, Sacha Baron Cohen is a good actor, but to play Mephisto, no. Like, I'm just gonna be real. I'm looking at a picture of him right now, and it just looks kind of clownish. I'm not gonna lie. I see him as Mephisto, I'll laugh. I'm just being real with you. I'm gonna see Borat. I'm gonna see the Ali G show. Like, there's plenty of better actors who have more of a Mephisto vibe that could have even got this role. And I don't know why they went with Sacha Baron Cohen. But we're gonna get into it with this guy right here who swears up and down everybody's racist for not liking Ironheart. Let's get into it.
It's a terrible series! But what they call criticism would actually get called crazy if you applied it to literally any other popular story. So he can just fly and shoot lasers out of his eyes? He didn't have to work for it? He can just do it because he's a man in super? Terrible writing! He lived through an attack from a dark wizard when he was just a baby? And I'm just supposed to believe he's the boy who lived because the story tells me? Totally unrelatable. He's a mercenary and steals things. That's evil. Why would that be appealing to people? If you're a black nerd, don't be afraid to take up space. You don't have to prove to anybody that you deserve your place. And if you give trees and raccoons room to grow in a story but find it difficult to give black characters the same empathy, go get some therapy!
So, as you just saw, he thinks everybody is coming at the black nerd, and that is furthest from the truth. Nobody sits here and says in these comments, oh, I don't like her because she's straight up black. Nobody says that. We gave room for a tree and a raccoon to grow because they were intricate and more liked in the comic book world. Nobody liked Riri. And you know what? I'm gonna find a video for you right now that I saw yesterday that sums it up perfectly, because I'm not even gonna say it. I'm gonna let somebody else explain it in the best way they did. And shout out to them. I'm gonna have their YouTube up and all that so you can see. Before I get into these racist comments that they were spewing towards me, check this out.
Ruin Tony Stark's legend. We're going to talk about that in a minute too. Nobody likes this character. Nobody does. And the reason why, I'm going to show you why these people don't like this character right now, because you guys don't know her origin story. So I'm going to show you what her origin story is from the fucking comics, right? So we're going to look at something. I'm going to zoom in so you guys can see this shit. This is Chicago, right? A few years ago. This is Riri's origins, all right? I'm going to zoom in too to let you guys know this, right? So here she is standing up in front of a class full of people, and apparently she's supposed to be the smart genius that has to prove her teacher wrong all the time. So this is how she gets started, right? She says, hi. Oh, she wanted you to know that I have decided what I want to be when I grow up. And the teacher said, this is quiet time, Miss Williams. Let's hear it. So she stands up in front of everybody in front of the classroom. It's quiet time right now. She says, fuck that, right? I want to tell you what I want to be when I grow up. She didn't do this because she was just an innocent child or something like that. She did this for a selfish reason. Watch this, right? So she's in front of the classroom during quiet time and she has to be seen in front of everybody, right? So now she says this. She says, I am going to be a scientist. Okay, congratulations. Good for you. And she says, great. The teacher said, great. That's great. And you know what Riri says? She says, no, you're supposed to say, you mean like a nurse? And then I say, she's creating a scenario in her own head. Get this through your head right now. This is the character that people want you to like. And then the teacher said, why would I say that? Interesting. And then she said, you're supposed to tell me nursing and teaching are noble professions. And people like me don't get to grow up and be scientists. So she's already playing a victim. She created this premeditated narrative in her mind in order for her to be a victim so she could prove her wrong. You see what liberals come up with? This is the type of shit that they don't understand. This is not good characteristics. This is not a good character trait. Nobody roots for people like this. Even when they see them in real life, they're pretentious and they're fucking annoying. How many times y'all people had people in y'all classroom when y'all went to school who just think they're a know-it-all and they just try to make the whole classroom know that they're a know-it-all? How many people know this? How many people dealt with people like this? It's not appealing. And you don't root for these people. These people are not fucking good people because they only care about their self-image. That's why I say liberals confuse strength with narcissism. This is going to be a recurring theme in this video. Now she said, why would I do that? And then she says this. That's what they said to the first African-American female astronaut. In the year 2020, whatever the fuck this thing was made, this is made in current day comic book era, right? So this is like 2022, 2023-ish. So current, right? Who the fuck says that to black people nowadays? Oh, you can't be an astronaut. You're black. Oh, you can't be a scientist. You're black. We have, bro, Neil deGrasse Tyson. What are we talking about? There's a lot of black people that are in the field of science. You can't say this shit. And the fact that they try to use this as a fucking talking point for her is crazy. But I like what the teacher said, though. She said, well, that was a long time ago. And she told them, no, I'm going to be a scientist. So she's trying to have the same projection path as a black woman back in the day that was dealing with, I'll say, racial tensions and everything like that. And she tried to say the same shit that she said back in the day and using a victim card for her motivation to become a scientist. This is a bad character. This is starting off bad. And she said, and then she did it. Good for her. Oh, it gets worse. Watch. And the teacher gets on her face and say, yes, that was a long time ago. Things were different back then, but because of people like her, a girl like you can do whatever you want. Fly anywhere you want and be anyone you want. Now, I'm not sure if the person who wrote this comic is actually making fun of people like her, because to tell you the truth, thank God.
I didn't have to say anything. Damn it. I didn't have to say anything. He said it best. I agree with everything he said. Go follow him. Go give him a sub. I definitely did. The homie is Jay the Concept. His name is right there. He has common sense. He is a true comic fan. You feel me? Now, somebody tried to tell me that Stan Lee even had a hand in Riri. I tried to tell him no, he didn't. I mean, not to say that. Here's the thing, right? You have plenty of black characters in the Marvel universe, right? Now, it was easy for them, like he said, for them to choose Ironheart for their liberal agenda. That's the problem we have. It has nothing to do with because she's black. It's the agenda they're pushing. We want a good war machine. Do you hear me? Take. We want a good War Machine show, movie. He is supposed to be the black predecessor, if you want to name it all that, to Tony Stark. He also is in Dark Reign universe or issues in comics, which features the Hood. Created it? No, he didn't. You could look it up. Honestly, I mean, I knew this because at a certain point in Stan Lee's life, he stopped being a creator. And Key and Peele did a hilarious skit on it, if you ever saw it. And that was back in 2018, when he basically was out of the writing room and he would come in and pitch funny ideas. But Ironheart was created in 2015 by writers Brian Michael Bennett and artist Mike Diotto. No, Stan Lee did not create or have any direct involvement with Riri at all. She later underwent a redesign by Eve Ewing. Make her work with criminals. They make her have to be this person who needs money. She wasn't like that in the comic. She was smart, so she would steal, not really steal. She would take parts and stuff from garbage dumps from around the school, which isn't really stealing. I mean, they were throwing parts away. They didn't use it, so she would take it. Fine. That's better than what she was doing in the show. It shows that she's very smart. She can take dumps and scraps and create a whole Iron Man suit. That shows smartness. That shows, you know, creativity, genius. Like, oh my God, she can do this. In the show, she just makes it sound like she needs all these resources. Tony Stark's a billionaire. He needed all this money. And yes, he did need money to make the advanced suits that he started creating, but his main prototype suit was created from scraps, from just parts. Just like her in the comic, they tried that, but they didn't want to respect that in the show, and they try and make it seem as though Tony's whole thing was he built the suit with his money. That's not how it went. That's not how it went. So there's that. Unfortunately, there's these people who are in the comments, and I'm going to show them because they're so racist. Oh, Facebook can do whatever they want with your profile pics, right? And for you, it will be easier for ICE to find you. Wow. All because I don't like the show. I'm not here to be liked by some weirdo bot. I feel like there's just a bunch of bots, but anyone who likes this crap, y'all race hustlers and your cornballs. They are. This dude right here that put this video up, he's a race hustler. He only posts videos pertaining to everything being racist, which half the time is not even true. Half the time it's not true. Sometimes he has good takes on things. I'll give him that. But a lot of times he's just race baiting. To the hello ICE GIFs. I mean, yeah, I'd like to report somebody. Wow. Okay. Wow. And I promise you, these are the same people who sit here and fight ICE and who hate ICE, who hate Trump, but they'll still sit here and use it because they think it's well, it is. It's a form of racism, and it's a form of like trying to tell somebody, oh, because you're not giving me what I want and you're not saying that I like something or you're not, you know, agreeing with me, then I'm going to report you to ICE. What the fuck? What type of weird shit is that? What type of weird shit is that? Imagine coming to America. I was born here, by the way. I was born here. I have a birth certificate. My parents are born here. You know what I'm saying? My mom Belizean, my pops is Puerto Rican. They were born in America. Like, imagine coming to America, working on plantations, and then being forced to leave. I guess your work was subpar. Nigga work better. I guess, hashtag nigga work better. I don't even... You not cooking, bro. Shut your cornball ass takes up. Oh, this is the dude that sat here and tried to say that I have no comic book knowledge. And he says that I bet that I'm the type of person that has never owned a comic book, right? So this is the guy that says this. I got a little upset because...
So we got somebody who wants to open their mouth on comments, act like they know people. Oh, this is how I know you don't own a comic book. This is how I know. So what is this? What are these? What are these? My guy. What's that? I don't know. What's this? I don't know. What's this? What's this? What's this? Comics you probably never even seen in your life. Boy, are you serious? What do you want? I got comics for days. I got comics for days. I got all in the plastic, so I ain't worried about them. Comics for days. Are you stupid? Comics for days. Books. Big books. That's Legion. This is The Walking Dead. Never even touched and opened. Comics for days. Who are you talking to? These are books for my son. Don't worry about that. Comics, sketchbook, comics for days. Hold on, you hear that? Comics for days. Comics for days. Comics for days. Comics for days. Hold on, we're not done. We're not done, y'all. Hold on. Comics for days. Hold on. This is Venom. Comics for days. This is the old school comics for days. I've never touched or read a comic book. What is this man talking about? Comics for days. What you think? These are just two? You think these are two? Hold on. Let me open these up. Comics for days. Want me to keep going? Conan annuals. Brother, I have comics that my father gave me. I have Dick. Want me to keep going? Want to just get embarrassed more? Daredevil. Issues that you probably never even touched in your life. Are you kidding me? Action comics. I mean, why not? X-Men Classic. And like I said, these are not all just one. These are multiple comics. Are you kidding me? Hold on. Frontline? Hold on. Star Wars? I don't really want to take this out, but I'm going to take it out for you. I'm going to take it out for you, my guy. Giant size, yeah. Special edition, first editions. Who the fuck do people think they be talking to online? Hold on, this is my second drawer. This is my second drawer. This is my second drawer, my guy. What you want to look at? What you want to see? What you want to read? What you want to understand? Stop sucking the MCU off, dummy.
Right? The only thing we don't like is that there's people sitting here saying this is the best Marvel show ever created. If you don't like it, you're racist. Bro, pack that shit up, man. Stop it. Move on. Get some help. Okay? We don't like a show because we don't like a show. It has nothing to do with race. It has everything to do with comic book and the love for comic books. And pretty much this show just spits in the face of Tony Stark, spits in the face of comic book lovers, changing characters for no reason that don't need to be changed, involving storylines that we didn't ask for. Nobody asked for this. Nobody. I would have rather seen another Luke Cage. You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get Luke Cage on the big screen? You know what I'm saying? Where he's actually beating people up and not just slapping them around. Like, where's Blade? Where's I would have, y'all giving no respect to Misty Knight. Look at Misty Knight. We could have got a dope storyline for her going and cooking. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say, oh, it can't be no women. There's a lot of women. You could just go in the market. You could just look in here. You could just look in here. Look in the Marvel Encyclopedia. You will see a lot of black women, a lot of black characters they can use that will make more sense than this. And even if they did take the Ironheart, right? Do it right. Y'all not doing it right. Y'all doing it very bad and very wrong. I don't know. That's my take on it. Y'all stay safe and stay blessed. Peace. And stop being fucking racist. Y'all are being racist. Black people, I'm not going to just say black people. I have white people being racist to me. Stop telling people they're going to get reported to ICE if they Spanish, or if they're black, they're house niggas, or they traitors. Bro, it makes no sense. This show sucks.